Please welcome ERIN Sullivan.
Muddy footprints stretch on up ahead. I can hear him in the late day golden light. If we're lucky, he'll come back with both boots still upon his feet. Someone's gonna need a bath tonight. Come winter, they draw the water down, leave the mud behind. Their hill pond becomes just ground and sky. Come winter, we come down and walk for hours, but I don't mind, 'cause I know it will be over by and by. And we walk the flats, we chase the day. We tell ourselves the shore is not so far away. Our footsteps tell the tale of where we've been, till the water rushes in. Pulls his mittens off to gather treasure in his hand, find the perfect stick to write his name. A rusted, grounded rowboat sweeps him off to foreign lands. The tiny tyrant stakes his claim, and we walk the flats, we chase the day. We tell ourselves the shore is not so far away. Our footsteps tell the tale of where we've been, till the water rushes in. And he stops beside a boulder where his fingers trace the water line, and asks, when will the water start to flow? Off again before I can collect myself and answer him, my darling, so much sooner than you know. And we walk the flats, we chase the day. I tell myself that time is still so far away. Footsteps tell the tale of where we've been, till the water rushes in. Footsteps tell the tale of where we've been, till the water rushes in. Till the water rushes in.
So much. Can you hear me okay out there? Great. Okay, so this sound system is being loaned to me by Decatur Creek, and it's magical because I don't have to be plugged in. I'm so happy to see you all here tonight. Thanks for coming. I'm ERIN Sullivan, and as you could probably tell from that first song, I like to really use small moments from my own life to tell a few stories, and so my hope is that by the end of this set, you'll feel like you've gotten to know me pretty well. In point of fact, this next song is about my grandmother. She was also a singer. And when she was a young woman, she escaped the Midwest to pursue her dreams of stardom in New York City. And she sang in USO clubs during the war, and she auditioned for Broadway shows. And she was actually cast in the original Broadway production of Oklahoma, but left before the show opened to marry my grandfather. So by the time I knew her, she was just my grandmother. And by the time I thought to ask her any questions about her life as a performer, it was too late. So I wrote this song instead. How'd it feel to be the daughter late in life to a mother who was sure she didn't want to be a wife? What'd you say to your Irish-eyed dad, who always seemed so silent and sad? What was it like to know you could sing and know that was the most important thing? That courage was the chords on a piano. How'd it feel to board that train, your hands against the window pane, and say goodbye to Gary, Indiana? How'd it feel to stand on that stage, the light in your eyes, your hands shaking on the page, your voice maybe trembling with all you could feel, and those men in the dark saying your dreams were real? What'd you think when that boy sauntered in and undid you with his lazy grin? You could almost hear your mother sigh with pity. What'd you say when you turned in your keys to your tiny room and your melodies, and said goodbye to dreams in New York City? What was it like to have a love so vast that you almost didn't mind what you left in the past? What'd you say each time he wanted to move and left you in a new place with something to prove? Did you give your all at a talent show, or blow the back walls out in another church solo, exhausted by the effort of believing? And in each new room, what did you put on the shelf to remind you that you were still yourself, despite all of the places you were leaving? Oh, 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 oh. And what was it like to know a girl with your hands who told you all her dreams of playing in a band? What was it like to know that as the songs poured out of her fingertips? How'd you know that the best you could do was to tell her that she had to see it through, while inside your mind was teeming with the stories of a girl who felt like she was still 19 when her eyes were blue and her slate was clean, sitting on a train from Gary dreaming of future glories? Man, I wish I'd thought to ask you for your stories. How I wish I'd asked you for your stories. Thank you. If I remember that line I forgot, I'll tell you later. This is another traveling song. 5 more miles on Highway 10. Time to stop for gas again. Now here's one more tank away. Would it have changed a thing if he'd have told you to stay? You crack the door and taste the night, and the feel of freedom by fluorescent light, and the road sighs out the day's last heat, to the sound of a bird singing low and sweet. She'll serenade you as you're leaving town. Hear the notes rise up as the sun goes down, down, down.
Sometimes leaving doesn't need a word. Listen to the song of the rest-stop bird. 10 more miles on Highway 5. You need the rhythm of the road to feel alive. You left behind a heart of stone, hidden in a nest of sticks and bone. He promised you that the walls would hold, but there was nothing soft to keep out the cold. So you were both to blame when your love got beat. All those eggshells lying beneath your feet. She'll serenade you as you're leaving town. Hear the notes rise up as the sun goes down, down, down. Sometimes leaving doesn't need a word. Listen to the song of the rest-stop bird. Little bird don't care that he don't care that you flew off without warning. Little bird don't care that he don't care that you'll be gone come morning. Little bird makes leaving look so easy, just a breath of wings, easier than a lot of things. She'll serenade you as you're leaving town. Hear the notes rise up as the sun goes down, down, down. Sometimes leaving doesn't need a word. Listen to the song of the rest-stop bird. Listen to the song of the rest-stop bird. I ain't nothing but a rest-stop bird. Please stay. So this is always the point in the show where my mom says, "Your songs are so sad," which is why I have a ukulele. My husband is a ukulele player, and I contend that ukulele players are much like vampires, which is to say that they like to sire other ukulele players. And so no matter how much you try to fend them off with garlic and Led Zeppelin, sooner or later you do find yourself writing ukulele songs. So sorry, and you're welcome. One summer evening, I went out walking. The breeze was breezy, the moon was bright. Then out of nowhere, between the treesies, a fairy pinprick, a flash of light. Despite my wishing for that light to stay, those fireflies just faded away. I learned you can't stare at fireflies, you'll miss their spark. Sometimes a sideways glance works better in the dark. You know you gotta grab at happiness, but still I think you'll find that life's best moments sometimes sneak up from behind. December morning, a winter window, the snow reflecting a sky so blue, the silver crystals between my mullions, a frozen gamble, a millionaire's view. And though I'd like to keep this art till June, I know it will be gone by noon. I learned you can't ask the sun to never melt the frost. Sometimes the beauty's in the moment lost. You know you gotta grab at happiness, but still I think you'll find that life's best moments sometimes sneak up from behind. The color of the autumn leaves will fade. You'll lose that be jolt from that cup of coffee you made. Linen will crinkle, your face will wrinkle. Remember, life is sweet, 'cause it's gone in a heartbeat. I am a mother. My kids are awesome. They think I'm cheesy, but that's alright. Being a mother is not so easy. The sullen silence, the pop-up fight. But then there's moments of unbridled grace. Adulthood in your baby's face. I learned you can't force your kids to say they love you so. Sometimes a speedy hug's enough to know you gotta grab at happiness. But still I think you'll find that life's best moments sometimes sneak up from behind, just like my husband. Life's best moments sometimes sneak up from behind. This next song is another 100% true tale. It takes place the summer I graduated from college, which was a terrible summer. It was the summer where you become a baby adult, which is to say everybody thinks you know what you're doing and you don't actually know what you're doing. And so I was dealing with that. And it also coincided with the summer that my grandparents, who happened to live in the same town where I went to college, were packing up their home and moving it into an assisted living facility. So there was a lot going on for my family. And I would also like to add that I wrote the song as part of a challenge called February Album Writing Month, which my friend Richie did. And if you're a songwriter interested in jumping into songwriting, February Album Writing Month takes place in February. And the challenge is to write 14 songs in 28 days, and that's as bonkers as you think it is. But what happens is you get out of your own way creatively, and you just write stuff, and you upload it to this little online community, and people are supportive and kind, and you make great friends, and I can't recommend it highly enough. So this is the song of my crazy college summer. And I'm going to sing it in the right key for you because I like you. One time I stole a book, I'll tell you why. It happened on a warm day in July. I was working one more summer in my tiny college town. The heat curled up my posters and the quiet pulled me down. They said the world would be my oyster when they gave me my degree. I disagreed, didn't know what I'd need. Meanwhile, in the same town round the bend, another arrow wound down to its end. A couple sealed the final boxes going to Goodwill. The rest of their possessions moving with them down the hill. He said, my steps have grown unsteady and your memory's breaking free. She disagreed. She didn't know what she'd need. And how do you know if it's an ending or a spark? Oh, give us grace to know the signposts and the marks. Pete and Dottie met before the war. Together they dreamed big and wanted more. Their home became a shrine to all the wonders they would see. A fertile ground for dreamers, for grandkids, that was me. I said to them, you must have known that you were meant to be. They disagreed. they hadn't known what they'd need. And how do you know if it's an ending or a spark? Oh, give us grace to know the signposts and the marks. So that day when I felt sorry for myself, I found a thrift shop and my eye fell on an old blue book upon the shelf. I opened up the cover, and in writing small and neat, it said December 1940, from your Dottie to my Pete. And though the $2 on the flyleaf was a reasonable fee, I disagreed. For once I knew what I'd need. And how do you know if it's an ending or a spark? Oh, give us grace to know the signposts and the marks. The signposts and the marks. One time I stole a book, I'll tell you why.
Thank you very much. You guys have been wonderful. I have one more song. And Montana, I'm sorry. I'll sing that other song for you later. I'm going to sing you another true story about me because I appear to like talking about myself. The one other thing I feel that it's important for you to know about me is that I am the two-time winner, or my youth, I was the two-time winner of my hometown's 4th of July pie eating contest. Thank you, yes. Very proud of that fact. And so when I was no longer quite so youthful, like a couple years ago, I decided that much like Rocky, I needed to regain my lost glory and win back the belt. And so this song will tell you all about what happened that day during a recent 4th of July when I re-entered my hometown's 4th of July pie eating contest. Thank you very much.
I'm telling you a true tale, not so long ago. 4th of July, sun was high, flags waving slow. My whole hometown had gathered for a wholesome day of fun. A big parade, some lemonade, some games for everyone. I walked on by the egg toss and the children's happy cries, left behind the greased pole to a soul with stronger thighs. 'Cause a table full of cherry pies was where I had to be, and a tiny voice inside my head was calling out to me, eat the pie, eat the pie. Don't care if they might point and stare, don't let them ask you why. 'Cause that sweetness brings a sweetness that money just can't buy. I'm telling you, go on and eat the pie. Well, my town's pie eating contest, it's been a point of pride for me. I won it twice in middle school, at 12 and then 13. For a nerdy, bookish weirdo who was cut from every team. The thought of winning any ribbon was a kind of fever dream. Now a fully grown-up woman should have hobbies, I suppose. Eating pie in record time might not be one of those. So I turned away, maintaining my respectable veneer. But still that tiny voice went on and whispered in my ear, eat the pie, eat the pie. Don't care if they might point and stare, don't let them ask you why. 'Cause that sweetness brings a sweetness that money just can't buy. I'm telling you, go on and eat the pie. As I hovered by the entrance, I found myself impressed by the existential crisis that had bloomed within my breast. Would I let other people's shoulds and shouldn'ts riddle me with doubt? Would I give in to what was safe and let the whole world count me out? Don't count me out. So I walked up to that table, took my place behind a pie. Some brawny guys twice my size arranged on either side. The town citizen of note who was proud to play his part shushed the crowd till they were silent, then proclaimed that we could start. The competitors ate valiantly and rushed to cram it in. Rumors ricocheted as people wondered who would win. I caught up in the moment and the crowd's excited shrieks. I opened wide shut the pie inside with the extra in my cheeks. I ate the pie, the whole damn pie. And the townfolk raised a cheer as I held that blue ribbon high. 'Cause that sweetness brings a sweetness that money just can't buy. I'm telling you, if fate provides a chance for you to feel alive, don't worry if it's right for you or what you should and should not do. Say yes and open wide and eat the pie. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Erin Ash Sullivan. Such a talent to be able to tell stories in song. It's not easy to do. It doesn't hurt to have such a beautiful singing voice, too. Thank you very much for sharing your music with us. We're going to take our first intermission. I want to remind folks to